Welcome to the Business Chaser, your quick pour of strategy, clarity, and momentum. We skip the small talk and get straight to the strategy here in these bite-sized episodes. We're here to help you grow smarter, market better, and chase what matters, all in 15 minutes or less. I'm your host, Najar. Tune in and let's chat. Hello. So we are going to talk about ads today, and I'm so excited because literally this morning, one of my clients didn't realize that I could help her with her meta ads. And so this is very timely. Hopefully, this is going to be very helpful for you. Truly my whole business, I've been dabbling in ads, but really over the last 2.5 years, have I really gone down the rabbit holes that are meta ads and not only do them for myself, but do them for other clients across various industries. And I do a mix of intensives and done for you services. And I've learned a lot, especially when you're doing them consistently for multiple clients. You learn a lot, and some things are industry specific. Some things, in my opinion, are not industry specific. And I think that there's this barrier to entry, thinking like there's just so much information where it feels very overwhelming to test ads for yourself, and you feel like you're going to drain a bunch of money all over the place. And I'm here to tell you that doesn't have to be true for you. So in this business chaser, very quickly, these episodes are 15 minutes or less. I'm going to get right into it. But in case you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Najar. I am the host of this podcast, Business Over Cocktails. You're listening to our Friday episode where I call them our business chasers, where they are a very quick 15 minutes or less, quick hitting, topic, education. Hopefully it's going to help you kind of thing. And I've been a business coach now for 7 years. I've had my marketing agency for 5 years. Yeah, it's 5 years this month. I'm recording this in February. So yes, five years. And I not only am a host of this podcast, but I host events as well. And myself and another female business owner, we co-host local workshops that are education based for business entrepreneurs as well. So welcome. It's the first time you're listening. Thank you for listening. And there's a whole host of other episodes and industries you can listen to in the Business Chaser. But let's make this quick. Ads are really great for your business. We'll start there. They can be very great for your business. And I think it just depends on your overall goal. I'll give you some examples. I will actually use my conversation I had this morning with a client as she listens to this. Shout out, I'm not going to use her name, but shout out to you for being my inspiration for this conversation, or this example, I should say. The inspiration actually came when I asked my Instagram followers, like, what should I talk about? And a lot of you said ads. So we'll give you a breakdown of what I told my client this morning on our client call. She was looking to do ads for her business, and she is in an industry where the service that she offers is a luxury service, meaning not like, I think like luxury can kind of get a bad rap. It is something that people actually typically, the normal person wouldn't spend money on it, right? So it's a high-end service, which she offers. It is something that many people can do themselves, but she is offering it to be done for you. And she offers not only is she going to design the thing for you, but she offers a lot of other management services along this product. She has never ran ads before in her business. And so she's just kind of where I kind of mentioned at the beginning of this episode, where there's like a high level of entry, like there's a barrier to entry, and she's not really sure what she specifically should be looking for, what she should do. And she doesn't have a lot of visibility on social media as of yet. She has a very good Instagram and a Facebook page, and her website's gorgeous. But the content probably needs to be a little bit more consistent. And that's something that we've talked about, like with content and showing her face and things like that. She gets a lot of her clients in person. So she hasn't really gotten a lot of inquiries from social media yet either. So That's the first thing that I will say. When you want to run ads for your business, your content better be good. And I'm not saying like it has to be amazing, but you better have some consistency and it better make sense. If someone comes and follows you after seeing your ad, it needs to make sense from what they're seeing on an ad versus what they're seeing on your Instagram. So making sure cohesive branding is key. That's the first thing I should say. And so when you want to run ads, it's going to amplify what's working and what's not working already in your business. So if you have low engagement on your Instagram, and you want to run meta ads. And same thing with your Facebook page. If you have, like 2 likes and it's really like, people that are like your family members and they're just liking your post to give you support, that's wonderful. But if you're going to run ads, chances are if your content's not already working, the ads are not going to work either, unless you're like ready to put money into it to test, which that is what I would suggest you do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't run ads. I'm saying that be prepared to spend some money on finding what's going to resonate with your audience and figuring out the targeting and things like that. Because if you had a very good system already in place marketing wise organically, then you would have some inquiries already and engagement already on your social media platforms organically. So again, I take the stance, and I think a lot of other marketing agencies I know also take the stance of ads are going to amplify what's working and or what's not working. And this has just been the constant thing in my opinion, where if, for instance, if you sell a luxury product, you're not getting any inquiries for social media, people aren't engaging with you on social media about anything, then chances are they're not going to do it either if you're going to use a similar content. So having your content be very, again, on lock and key, have that down pat, have a good system in place. That's going to be the first thing. The next thing is going to be making sure that you understand that your ROI is not going to be instant. And again, that depends on where you're starting from. So if you're starting from the place where my client is, she was expecting to get 1 call booked a week with an ad that would be $5 to $7 a day. And her service is a luxury service, meaning people spend thousands of dollars to work with her. And so she can probably get a call booked, not with $5 to $7 a day, probably has to spend more, but she's going to spend a couple hundred, if not thousands of dollars before she probably gets someone to convert, especially when we're in the testing phase. It can be a lot of work and it can be challenging to find out what works. And again, because if you don't have an organic system already in place, it's going to take a little bit longer. So if you have the capital or the cash flow to invest into ads and to test different creatives and things like that, 100% you should do that. Now, if you're like expecting to spend money on ads and immediately get a return, that's not the way to go about it. Ads definitely are a gamble. Again, I've helped multiple people in different industries. It can be very good for visibility. How I've used it in my business, I've used it for building my email list. And I have eventually signed clients that way. Did they click and immediately book a call with me and work with me? No. It took maybe a month or 2 months or 3 months or even sometimes a year for them to get to know me more, have them be ready to invest. And that seems to be a normal cadence with some of my other clients too, where if it is a higher ticket product, it takes a while for them to fully commit and want to work with you. They see the ad, they download the freebie, they watch the mini training, they do the free thing or the low cost thing. Then they will come and work with you at a later date if and when they continue to follow you and like what they see. You can get started with ads $5 to $7 a day. You definitely can. And you definitely can get leads that way. I do it all the time. I spend anywhere between $5 and $15 a day when I have ad campaigns running. And I've built my email list. I think like if I run it for a little bit, like I had a really good campaign a couple years ago, actually. I ran it for like a month and a half. And I think I grew my email list by 80 subscribers or something like that. I got a lot of subscribers from this one freebie that I did. And it was so good. And it worked and it was lovely. And the ads really helped me and the targeting was really on point too. However, this is how you have to look at it. I probably spent, for a month and a half, I probably spent $300 to $400 and I don't instantly get that return. I get that return eventually because some of those people end up working with me down the road. So you have to keep at it. Your sales process isn't just, oh, I'm going to run ads and then hopefully someone buys. No, you have to have all these other things going too, right? Like your branding needs to be on point. The sales funnel needs to be on point. Email list needs to be on point and continue to nurture them through the sequence if they're not ready to take that next step yet. What are some other little micro wins that you can give them so then they can take that next step? So that's really my point of view on ads is that anyone really can do them. You can totally start with $5 to $7 a day. I highly suggest if it's your first ad that you've ever ran, I would run it to an email list or your freebie or a training or whatever it is, something free. Then from those winning creatives that you test, start testing it towards something that they can buy or book a call with you. And, I can do a whole workshop on this and maybe I should, but I think that with retargeting, that is something that you can explore as well. And that would help you with your ad spend too, is you can retarget those leads that are engaging with you and create lookalike audiences and all this stuff. So if you find yourself ads curious and you want to learn more, there are 3 ways that I can help you with that. I offer ads intensives. So what that is it's a one call, it's 60 minutes. And then from there, we have our call, we decide what your goals are. Then I will then go in and create 2 campaigns for you right in Meta for you. So that's an ads intensive. We can definitely work together on that. Then you have 30 days of Slack access afterwards. And I've had a couple clients that have gone through this. And I also record everything that happens and how I do it. So I tell you, I screen record and I'll tell you like what to look for and all the things. Then I can also just do them for you. That is a popular one. And then the third thing is I can guide you into setting them up during if we work one-on-one together. So I could, during my one-on-one coaching for lead generation, one of the things that we can totally talk about is creating ads for your business if you feel like you want to explore that. And I can just literally on one of our calls walk you through how to set up ads, what I look for and all that stuff. So you can use the whole 4 months towards, ad creation too. So if that is something that you are interested in any of those things, please, you can either email me, laurennajar@laurennajar.com, or you can go to my website and inquire there, or you can just reach out to me on Instagram, and my website and Instagram are linked in the show notes. So I hope that this kind of gave you some clarity on my thoughts around ads. That was really what people want to know, is my thoughts around ads. So those are my thoughts on ads. Anyone can do them. You can start with as little as $5 to $7 a day, test some creatives, find what works, and then really double down on what works. And the faster you do it, the faster it makes sense. And you can really have some good leads come in and have some good visibility as a result of that. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Thanks for listening. That's your quick hit of clarity and momentum for the week. If it sparks something, share it with a friend or tag us in your stories at Business Over Cocktails and or at Lauren Najar. We love seeing what resonates. Don't forget, Mondays are for full-length episodes with rich conversations, and Fridays are the Business Chaser episodes. These are bite-sized insights pulled from our guests to keep you inspired and aligned throughout the week. Do you have a question or a takeaway? DM us at Business Over Cocktails. We just might feature it in a future episode. Cheers!